Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I just would like to talk just a little bit about the higher level wave pattern before we dive into the detail, because a lot of new viewers, I can also let you know that we have the long-term video playlist. So I've made long-term videos about some coins that show your all-time high targets if everybody wants to see that. Not for all coins, but step by step we build that library and we'll update outdated charts as well, step by step. Here, what you need to know is that in April 21, we formed this wave 1, moved down in an A wave, moved up in a B wave, now coming down in a C wave. Now this could be over, maybe the low is already in, maybe not. We don't know that yet. What I can tell you is there is currently no evidence that Bitcoin has already finished the bear market. A lot of people, a lot of analysts, a lot of traders and investors currently get influenced by green candles. Now, if only green candles were a sufficient evidence that a bear market has been finished, then it would be easy. Unfortunately, we had a lot of green candles here, we had a lot of green candles here, we had a lot of green candles here, here, and now again. There is no evidence. Of course, it is currently looking quite bullish, but again, there is no evidence. Yeah, I'm doing this long enough now. I've been doing this long enough, and I have seen structures like these many times before. That is why I am so cautious, and I'm telling you we have no evidence yet. But I want to tell you in this video, what does Bitcoin need to do in order to confirm to us that a bear market low is already in. We simply can't tell yet. But that's not a problem, because as we all know, hopefully anybody who's dealing with crypto knows that we are currently in a long-term accumulation phase. Lots of indicators tell us that. There are many indicators that show us that we are in a long-term accumulation phase. And for all long-term investors, you know, dollar cost averaging is probably the best way to do it. No financial advice, but I have a DCA portfolio. I dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Long-term investors do that. And probably here, it doesn't really matter if the low is in, and you can be a bit patient because you buy anyway in regular time intervals, I believe. For short-term traders, it also doesn't matter if the low is already in, because we can take it step by step and level by level by using support levels and invalidation points as orientation. And for traders, it doesn't really matter where we are. I mean, clearly the daily chart trend is still down. Clearly. Of course, on the hourly chart, on the 4 hour, the trend is up. Yeah, also very clearly. And depending on which time frame you're trading, you can trade the lower time frames. So, but as a trader, you can make money here. As a trader, you can trade these things. It doesn't matter where you are, right? So from that point of view, we can be patient. There's no reason to FOMO. And we just take it level by level. And as the smaller structures confirm a larger structure that is big enough and substantial enough to confirm that the bear market low is in, I will let you know. But at the moment, any analyst who says the low is already in, or at least any Elliott Wave analyst who says it, can only do so by being biased. And we want to stay objective here, yeah? I mean, we can talk about, it's all probabilities. There is no certainty. But what I can't understand, if there are Elliott Wave analysts who already see a sufficient evidence that the low is in. I mean, they can be right, and I'm not denying that, the low could be in. But what I'm saying is, we expected upside down here. Yeah, very close to the low. We did expect upside, and we are currently seeing upside. And now we take it level by level until Bitcoin proves to us that the low is in. That's as simple as that, right? And that way, nobody should be upset, because if you now tell everybody the low is in and it's not in the end, and we knew we didn't have enough evidence, then you're just setting up people for failure. We don't want to do that. Yeah, we want to be honest, transparent, objective. So that's why it's so important to understand, what does Bitcoin actually need to do. So very clearly, for context, we expected very clearly down here a higher high. Talked about that, yeah. At the time, at least, I can't remember, at least sort of 18K, I think. I can't remember, 17.6 or something. Obviously, we are higher because the waves extend, which impulses can do. but we take it level by level, yeah, and that's why I'm moving support areas up to indicate if we break below certain support areas, that pattern will fail. So at the moment we see only 3 waves. I want to show you what does a coin need to do, in this case Bitcoin, to confirm that a low is in. Important in Elliott Wave is to understand the bigger context, the bigger picture. If you don't understand that, you can come to wrong conclusions. And I'll show you why. So my count at the moment is still, and I will probably have to change it. Don't get irritated that this wave 4 is higher than this wave 2. It's only because otherwise you won't see it anymore. Yeah, I could also move it here because the price is not higher than this wave 2 yet. At the moment the count is here in this 5th wave to the downside, that we've done an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave is still unfolding, and we are now in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. That wave 4, I had a few comments. Some people told me the wave 4 needs to be shorter than wave 2. No need. Yeah, no need. Doesn't need to. There is no rule, especially not if this becomes an expanding diagonal. But I admit this would be rare. Therefore, I already told you in one of the last videos, I will probably change the wave count. And there's 2 things I can do. And that also proves to you and shows to you why there is no guarantee that the low is in, because we still have sufficient bearish patterns available. First of all, this could just be a B wave. A, B, C, possible. This could be a B wave and we crash down once more in C. So that's still possible, but also that would get quite high if we get sort of into the 23.5K region. This will probably not hold. But therefore, we can still move the wave 4 here. Yeah, all of this can just be a massive ABC. A, B, C in wave 4, a flat pattern. Yeah, so the thing is, this wave C would consist of 5 waves. And so far we haven't even seen those 5 waves, so we're not even there yet. Yeah, if we say, okay, this is an ABC, a large ABC, then we need to see 5 waves up here, highlighted in yellow. We would need to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we haven't even got 3 waves. Hope you understand that. That's why we're still in the smaller pattern, ABC. If we get 5 up, it could be a larger C wave. Yeah. This larger C wave, however, as I said, could be embedded in a larger corrective pattern. So the 5 waves up are not sufficient evidence that a bear market low has been made. We will only, and this could go all the way up to 26, 27K. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you shouldn't buy. I mean, that's up to you. Yeah, down here we expected upside. That's why dollar cost averaging is so good for many people. And if you waited for one more low, I mean, I don't know. You know, upside was expected. Of course, this can go a bit higher than anticipated. And therefore, it's often so good not to wait for the absolute lowest low. Or alternatively, you can just be patient and wait for that wave 2 correction, because this is exactly what I mean. We need the 5 waves up, but they are in themselves not sufficient evidence that a bear market low is in. We need the 3 waves down. That's the second confirmation that you get as per Elliott Wave. And I will be very aggressive getting in here. Of course, this could fail, yeah, and it could come down. Then, of course, it will make the bear market continuation very likely. But if this support is holding, this is going to be an epic trade, because it will be a wave 3 to the upside. That's what you want to be in. At the moment, nobody has missed anything. And this ABC down is the second confirmation. The third confirmation you'll get if you break above that wave 1 high. Because this could still fail here. But then again, I wouldn't wait until it breaks that wave 1 high, because you're far away from support, and I like to scale into support areas. So that's sort of, you know, what Bitcoin needs to do. At least I want to see the wave 1 and the wave 2. Before that, we haven't even completed wave 1. Yeah. So, you know, it's way too early to say it. And everybody who's speculating, there is not enough evidence in the wave structure. Of course, there are opinions, yeah, and everything. I personally, if I had to give you my opinion, I don't think it's in yet. But again, I'm not trading what I think is happening. I'm trading what I see in the chart. I'm trading low risk. Yeah, so again, it's just my opinion. That opinion doesn't help you. Okay, hope that, you know, makes it clear. So let's go into the 1 hour chart. And this is extremely difficult at the moment. I know everybody thinks this is extremely difficult. It's a tough pattern. We have the situation that within this C wave that we talked about, we have obviously only 3 waves up. And this is difficult to read because this could be so many stuff. So many things. I mean, let's talk options. At the moment, I've labeled it as an ABC, a running flat, because it happens quite frequently in a wave 4. I mean, it's a rare pattern, but it still can happen in a wave 4 when we have very bullish, sentiment. But then again, the price hasn't really followed through yet, so we haven't really created an impulse to the upside in a wave 5. What I still would like to see, actually, I would like to see it, is a deeper wave 4 into the support area. Just a clearer wave 4. We just haven't seen that clarity yet. So what I cannot rule out is that we still are in the wave 4. Don't get me wrong, by labeling it that way, I'm showing you what I see at the moment, but it is very much due to the structure that's evolving here, which is not impulsive. It's very much still possible that all of this is just a B wave in the wave 4. It could even be, and I know, that's where the uncertainty sits here. That's why it's so important to understand, as long as we hold above 18.8K, we can focus on higher, because a lot of things can happen here. The market hasn't made up its mind yet. This could even be an extended wave 3. This could be another extension of the wave 3, unfortunately. This could be an ending, it could be that wave 5 is finishing as an ending diagonal of wave 3. So be careful with that, yeah? It's the 18.8K level. I would not overtrade this. I'm very honest with you. I wouldn't overtrade. I would be careful with shorts. I wouldn't try to trade every wave here. I will wait a bit for clarity here at the moment. And my view is still that we will go higher, but what I don't know is if we come down a bit deeper in wave 4 first, if wave 4 is already in, or maybe wave 3 is still ongoing. Oops. But the trend is clearly still up, and against this support area, we can focus on higher. So it will be very interesting in the next few hours and days how this is going to continue. If you ask for my opinion, I think we will see another retracement into wave 4. But again, I could be wrong. I did dollar cost average, by the way, a few days ago here into Bitcoin in this range around, I think it was 20.5K or something. Just because it can also continue further to the upside. And if we eventually get 6 digits in the bull run, doesn't matter if I buy at 21K, 25K, 15K, it doesn't matter so much. Yeah, it's all about getting a good average price. I would have a nice setup here if we get back into this region. That's a nice trade setup. At the moment, I'm very honest with you, I don't see a trade setup. I don't see a setup for a short, because this is just moving in a wedge. So yeah, that's unfortunately the situation. So as soon as we have more clarity, I will update you. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.